to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass broadcasting all the known land. I am Tommy C. And my point man today are none other than Jeff the Huffman and Nick Wynn the Welshman. I think that's what I'm going to call you.
Yeah, that rolls right off the tongue.
Why is fucking... Yeah, it does. And you know what else rolls off the tongue? The fact that Nick's microphone doesn't work. What?
It's not working?
Now it is. You fucking shit. You have a thing. Yeah, now you turned it on. That's great.
Quiet on the set.
All right, big news out of... what do you call it, land? Big news out of Twitter land. Bunty King, who's been interviewed on this show, has had an argument with somebody who I find I don't know.
If you want to call it an argument.
Call it an argument. He's like the Daniel Carver, the former Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. But he's a social justice warrior, and that guy goes by the name of Tariq Nasheed. And I don't know exactly what happened or what the conversation involved. I guess the first thing went through my mind is, did Bunty use the N-word? But according to all reports, and his account's been suspended, mostly through the fact, at least what's been reported to me, is mass flagging by his extremely tolerant fan base.
His sheep.
Yeah, mass flag. Boy, that's really, if you really look at the whole social justice agenda, it everything comes down, and even in some cases, mainstream liberals, everything revolves around shut the fuck up. White supremacists. Well, if you're a white supremacist, you couldn't have anything worthwhile to say. In other words, if you're a white supremacist, you have to shut the fuck up. Everything revolves around shut the fuck up. And when somebody gets the better of somebody like this kook and Tariq Nasheed, who's trying desperately to take Al Sharpton's spot, and
if you don't like the same color as him, you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, you're a white supremacist. So I got to be honest with you. If some neo-Nazi group declared me a race traitor, I would wear it like a badge of honor. And anybody that's been called a white supremacist by Tariq Nasheed should wear that like a badge of honor too. And it's a lot of people. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah. We all should. I should be selling T-shirts. It's called a white supremacist by Tariq Nasheed. Now it means you're sane. It means you're sane and you're open for a dialogue. And certainly Tariq
a halfway decent person.
Yeah, and you're a decent person. And Tariq, I suppose I could go into what an asshole he is. I suppose I could go into what a douche he is. But I really think Tariq is a result. He is the manifestation of a movement that is dying, that less people are being connected to. And I include minorities in that. I don't think most minorities ascribed to his way of thinking, which is bigotry. I don't think most women subscribe to radical feminism or feminism as we know. What the fuck are you doing, Jeff? If you're not interrupting me, you're doing something stupid.
Calm down. Relax.
What do you mean? I'm trying to fucking do a show here. Did you get your drink?
What? Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was I talking about, Nick?
Bunty King.
What's that?
You were talking about Bunty King and Tariq.
Yeah, Tariq. Yeah, fucking shit. God damn. This is for you, Jeff. So, I'm completely thrown the fuck off because I have no idea. I heard nothing but rumbling and I don't know. I was interrupted 3-4 times going into this, and I can't even get the fucking opening things out. So anyway, we'll go into Tariq. This is the kind of guy this is Tariq on cosplay. To give you an idea, or in the Bill Cosby situation. If you take a look at this right here, and I'll show you guys, an attempt to act like Bill Cosby's trial wasn't racial, they had one of the accusers who could pass for white wear a huge afro. And I would think in the Cosby situation, Cosby's going to get off, but that's a different story, by the way. Nick's last name is Gurr, by the way. Ha ha ha! You fucking jerk off. By the way, I don't like Andy Milonakis, aka Sitting Andy. All he does is sit and eat and act. Well, I'm sorry you don't like Andy Milonakis, but thank you for the $1, Nick. Bill Cosby's more than likely to going to get off. It's a he said, she said situation. I really don't care where he falls on it. But it's really interesting to me, and it really shows the intelligence of Tariq, that the clothing style or the fact that this woman looks somewhat Caucasian would have anything to do with her accusations. Our accusations are either true or not true. But that's not the debate. The debate for the racist Tariq Nasheed is whether she is white enough or black enough. And somehow the trial is racial in nature. Because she looks light-skinned. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if I don't know who that woman is. I don't think it matters. But I think if you're talking about the Cosby case, it would have something to do whether these women were telling the truth or not. Here's another thing. This is another thing that social justice warriors have done. This is called anti-moist. I think it goes back to about 2012. And it essentially, he has decided there are too many moist men in the world. And you would think this is a Tommy C joke, saying, oh, you fucking pussies, you can't get laid. But this is actually really serious. This is a movement, of course, to show that, I don't know, men are a bunch of pussies and you have to basically act like him or hold, I don't know. I guess it's a movement against metrosexuals, I suppose. Well, I don't find this particularly offensive in any way. If it was satire, it would actually be kind of funny. But the fact that Tariq gets a pass from his own social justice crowd for doing something like this, for not being homophobic, is really something that Bunty pointed out. Bunty pointed out that you are not a person of color if you do not subscribe to a Tariq Nasheed and social justice agenda. You lose your card, so to speak. You lose your victim's card. And like I said, I don't find this particularly offensive. I understand that a big part of his act is telling people how to pick up chicks and stuff like that. I don't particularly have a problem with that, but it is awful funny when we've seen guys like that in the past, and feminists are all over them. But not Tariq. The left doesn't go after radical Islam. They don't go after Tariq for shitting on homosexuals. But
he gets a free pass.
He gets a free pass. So you're not a person of color. It's not even about race at this point. It's just about it's like think. And if you are not a part of the like think, then you are a white supremacist. This is some stuff I got from Heat Street. Most of the information I got from Ian Miles Chung. He's at Still Gray on Twitter. Follow him. He's fantastic. He's a gaming journalist. He's an identity politics journalist. And he's a former SJW that flipped. And leaving social justice probably wasn't much different than leaving the goddamn Church of Scientology. Here's some interesting quotes for him. For a while, Asian women were the shit, but a nigga didn't want to get feathers on his dick from the bird flu. I mean, if this was a joke, it'd be funny. But this guy's serious. Or whatever was popping off. I think he was talking about SARS. I'm not saying every Filipino girl's a drug user, but a lot of them are. Jesus Christ. I mean, let's, somebody should make a game, whether a Ku Klux Klansman said it and just flip around stuff, or Tariq Nasheed. I'm not saying every black guy is a drug user, but a lot of them are. I'm not saying every black guy steals cars, but a lot of them are. I mean, this guy is this is somebody. this is somebody
out there.
He is an anti-racism consultant.
Oh, anti-racism, eh?
And his defense.
I hate racists.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's almost hysterical. This is the kind of shit that we do here, but it's a joke. A lot of them girls from coral countries are major drug users. Damn near all of them, especially the attractive ones. The attention whores. Holy shit.
Hey, I kind of understand what he's doing. I mean, his rap career didn't go that well.
Oh, we're getting
so
into that.
He's got to get his name out there, and he's doing that.
Yeah, I guess, and there's no better way to do it than just being an outrageous bitch.
I mean, look at what LeVar Ball's doing. He's saying some bad shit, crazy stuff, and ESPN cannot stop talking about him.
Yeah.
So
you have
why?
to wonder, yeah, just to say that, you have to wonder: is he serious? Is this whole thing an act on his behalf?
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's like the Alex Jones end of the left. He's a nut. I mean, look at the stuff that he writes. episode Mackin' on Latina females. Now, with Puerto Rican females, you got to step up to them with confidence. Well, some truth in that. But and you got to get them young, not underage. Thanks for clarifying there. What was that guy's name?
Austin Jones.
Thanks for
Obviously
clarifying,
didn't
Austin.
read this.
Don't get your ass on MSNBC. Dateline is a pedophile, but you got to get them between 18 and 19. You got to get them out of their community. What's wrong with Puerto Rican community? I grew up next to Perth Amboy. They're hard working class people. And I basically served on there. I remember Sergeant Yeye from my time in the military. We're talking extremely hard working class people. And family-oriented people. If I had to guess, Tariq, the reason you may have wanted to get them out of their community because their fathers and brothers probably thought you were a fucking creep. More than likely. Yeah, you got to get them out before the fucking dad realizes you're no fucking good and you're creep. Jesus Christ. We joke around about talking about women this way. This guy's the real fucking deal, Holyfield. Jesus Christ. A lot of these girls here from Brazil, Colombia, they be on some gangster shit. Bitches be drug mules and high-class call girls.
What the fuck?
All of them? This is a goof. It's a fucking goof. Somebody wrote me this to say. You kind of have to...
oh, my God.
This kind you have to put your foot in the game to deal with women like that because the Brazilian broad has gotten... out of their country. That bitch got some hustling under her belt. She did something to get out of the country. And there's some truth in that, too. But, I mean, like, all women? I mean, come on, man.
It's the blanket statements again. I fucking hate them. There's so many humans who do this fucking shit.
There's some women you could put in this fucking hand, but you get the idea. I mean, joking around and laughing about stuff like this guy definitely feels... I mean, it's almost like women are second class. She done some solid dope. She done some pussy. She done something to get her ass in that country. I did know a Puerto Rican guy that married a girl from Colombia just to get her over here. It did go around a lot of New Jersey.
See, we need real talk here to translate some of this
God,
slang.
I wish real talk was here. Oh, man, this is completely ridiculous. Jeff is jealous of Nick. What do you think of sitting Andy? Don't tell me you enjoy the streams of sitting and eat. I like Andy. I don't know what the fuck Andy's got to do with my... I do like Andy. I think I've donated Andy. He's a good guy. He's a good person. And by the way, he gave me like $100, so I'm not fucking saying anything bad about Andy. Jeff is jealous. Yeah, news for you. Here it is on black women. This is written by Ian Miles. Lacking an argument, Nasheed proceeded to slam Burke's rebuttals by calling him a white supremacist for almost the entire day. He spent the rest of the time ranting about how black female cosplayers are bed wenches, a derogatory term referred to African-American women who perpetuate white supremacy by dating outside their race. Jesus Christ! I mean,
so they like that. They like to have fun, basically.
This is somebody. You're talking to somebody here that has. I hate the word interracial because it's not interracial; it's interethnic. It's somebody. You're talking to somebody that part of my family. And to sit there and call them bedwenches. I mean, it's unbelievable. And if there is such thing as racism, which I think it's a word used too often, this is the clearest form. This is hate speech to the bone. Yeah. To the bone. These two girls cosplaying, having a fucking good time. They're not black enough for him. They're doing white guy stuff. Who gives a fuck how you dress up?
They're doing white nerdy shit.
Yeah, who cares? God.
And this is the whole thing, like dating someone outside your race. Like, I try to follow a lot of logic people have because they sometimes have a reason for thinking the way they do. I actually can't understand why there's an issue with like sleeping with someone outside your race.
It is if you're a bigot.
Yeah, but why? It still doesn't fucking explain anything.
Well, I mean, I've met white dudes and white women that were, when they saw, an inter-ethnic race or an inter-ethnic dating, and they kind of snicker into the, she shouldn't this and they shouldn't be doing that. I've heard it my whole life. I've seen that kind of bigotry. But, I mean, it's really not much different coming from his end. I know his defense would be black people can't be racist. But, I mean...
Because white people invented racism.
Yeah, I suppose. Actually, the word's an invention. I mean, race. Like you can't take a blood sample from somebody and see that they're a bigot. It's just an accusation at the end of the day. And it's really, in his case, it's shut up, be like me, or else. Or else. That's what Tariq Nasheed is. And he is the result of a dying movement, and he is the last screaming toddler at the top of his lungs to get some sort of attention. Wah, wah, wah. Your ideology's dying. Here's some fucking news. More minorities, more women voted for Trump than the last 2 Republican winners. That's what happened. That's what happened. And a lot of it has to do with folks like yourself. Sorry. Kicking and screaming. You guys are on your way out. His new thing right now is internet trolls aren't just internet trolls. It's a plan for white supremacy. And why I can understand why Tariq would think something like that, because when a stupid internet control can get under your skin and get your goat, and you're not smart enough to realize they know what your reaction's going to be, and they're trying to entertain themselves, I'm sure you would actually put, this is a secret plan. Tariq Nasheed has to be the biggest loser going, and he's I really don't think, unless he looks like he's gunning for Sharpton's spot, but he also was a rapper at one time, and that
didn't go great.
Yeah, I don't know. I listened to the music. I don't want to play it on here because I'm sure I'm gonna get copyright. So, but I will happily read. I'm gonna give a very serious reading of the hip hop classic, "Wash Yo Ass." Here it is. Wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. Squash your ass. You've got to wash your ass. You've got to wash your ass. Squash, and squash it. I say you wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. You got to wash your ass. Your ass, just grab a douche, open up your push, and squash it. Squash it.
Inspirational.
I'm not done. I say now, dag, baby, did you pass gas? I think you better get yourself to a bar of soap and wash that ass fast. What is this, fucking Dr. Seuss?
Fuck real talk. Get this guy on.
Yeah,
My
I know.
God.
Got a motherfucker thinking and wondering what's up with that junk in the trunkin'. It's getting funky. It's getting funky, and funky better wash the skunk out of your monkey. You raise Helen, you might be yelling because all the fellas. Let's see. The right to free speech means the right to hate freely. There is some truth. Like he's having. Oh, by the way, I'm glad you brought that up, PK. I have absolutely no problem with Tariq putting this garbage out. None whatsoever. My issue is it doesn't go both ways. The social justice crowd gets a pass. Bunty King, simply by virtue of arguing with him, and from what I understand, he didn't use the N-word, he didn't do anything of the sort, or call him a racist name. He just simply argued him and easily made a fool of Tariq. That's what's been reported to me. If Twitter wants to allow Tariq Nasheed to continue to spill this hate, I'm a libertarian. Do it. But you know what? Let the Ku Klux Klan talk too, because that's the other side of the spectrum. If you're gonna let a wacko like Tariq Nasheed spill this hate, spill interracial dating hate, Jesus, were we a melting pot? Black folks can only marry black folks. Nobody can fall in love outside their ethnicity. What kind of ridiculous shit is this? And who's telling this? It's getting funky, and funky better watch that skunk out of your monkey. That's the genius that's telling us to be like this.
I don't understand why his rap career failed.
No, me either. You're raising Helen, yelling because all the fellas be belting. I don't know, but all the fellas
really
are gonna
need
ball
real talk to translate this.
I don't know. I don't think even.
You gotta wash your ass, by the way.
Yeah, wash your ass. I see to give that cootie cat up, but I think I'll pass, nigga. What your motherfucker can't wait to smell your ass, nigga. Your cootie cat is smelling bad for real, nigga. I mean, he's basically fucking writing a song about how women's fucking pussy stinks.
So basically, this guy's rap, all his rap music is what people in the 40s and who were born in the 40s and 50s think what rap music is.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it is simply unbelievable. And this guy, the fact that he has a check mark, I mean, he probably got a check mark because if you have a song, I think if it gets on Spotify, you're like automatically guaranteed a check mark. Keem told me this, by the way. That's one of the, you ever get followed by some of these guys, they have like 1 million followers and usually they're following 100,000 people. And they're
Joey
like,
Bats.
yeah,
Yep,
like
right.
it's like, oh, who the fuck are these people? They usually got a song out or some kind of bullshit to bullshit their way into a damn a check mark. And by virtue of having the check mark, I mean, you got a lot of swing on Twitter. You're always going to go to rise to the top of the thread. I mean, it's ridiculous. And again, I have no problem with him spilling his racist crap. And really, the reason I think that way is because I watched how Howard Stern, my hero, dealt with Daniel Carver, former Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. He just let him talk. Let Tariq talk. Let him spill his garbage. Everybody knows where he stands. And I got news for you folks. Most fucking hardworking black folks think he's crazy too. He does not represent anybody but the far left. So you don't say, well, black people are this, black. That's not black people. That's a fucking piece of garbage. That is a horrible, hateful human being. That's all it is. Let him speak. You know why? Because we know where he is. We know where he lives, and we know what he's about. And so let him spew his garbage. It's completely fine. But
Sorry,
why don't you let Bunty King speak out too? And I don't think any of his stuff is mildly approaches hate. It's criticism of hateful people like Tariq Nasheed. Tariq is a god. Yeah, for comedy. You should follow him if you need a laugh. If you need a laugh, go for it.
Reading stupid shit, want to laugh your ass off, go for it. By the way, I do have a pretty inspirational quote from Mr. Nasheed here. Would you like me to read it?
Sure.
All right. This is from Tariq Nasheed, and I quote, "If a woman has 3 or more visible tattoos on her body, she's a hoe."
So if it's 2, it's okay.
So this is the king of the social justice warriors, not too keen on gays, not too keen on women. He's not the person to listen to. And shame on the social justice community for not holding the standard that they seem to hold for everybody else that disagrees with them. Simply, this movement is a joke. It is a racist movement. It is simply a joke, a quest for power. And Tariq has basically floated up to the top because most of these jackasses have been destroyed. People like Sean King, discredited, probably not even black. People like Anita Sarkeesian. All these people have done. They've been finished. They can't handle things in the open marketplace of ideas. They get destroyed, even with their celebrity status, every time. And so Tariq finally floated up to the top after everybody has been cut through. And the only thing that he can do, not unlike the people that came before him, is shut down the conversation. Tommy phone call was cringe. The Tommy phone call was cringe. I don't know. What the fuck are they talking about on Twitter? I don't know.
Fucking knows.
I have no idea.
No, that's it. That's all. That's my speech on this.
So there was one point of contention I noticed. You mentioned that his movement was dying. With the rise of some of these like anti-fascism and all these kind of fucking shit going around at the moment, are you sure it's dying?
I think this is the last gasp. That's a good. That's really good. Yeah, I do believe that. It's their last gasp, and that's why they're getting violent. Antifa is a violent organization. It's probably a hair's ass of a terrorist organization. I mean, we've had 2 incidents in Berkeley. I've seen Antifa in action here in Germany. They are a violent, far-left authoritarian group. And they're mostly around Central Europe in 2005, but now they've come to the States. Charles Krauthammer put this beautifully, and both the left and the right do this. And it's especially prevalent with the left right now, but I saw it on both sides. If this guy gets elected, the Republic will not survive. Horrors will begin. He's just like Hitler. And we see this on both sides. We've seen it when Obama was elected, and we see it when Donald Trump was elected. All right? The problem is now, where that used to be just political rhetoric that people just kind of rolled their eyes, you're seeing people on the left that really believe this shit. They really believe it. And ask Senator Scalise if the guy that shot him didn't believe this. Yes, we had a senator shot in the United States this week. And I am pretty friggin' sure that he believed that the Russians had infiltrated the United States And all these treacherous Americans, treacherous senators who didn't stand up to Russia must go. So if you believe the Republic is under fire, you would almost have a patriotic duty to fight back, even though it's not under fire. The full world didn't fall apart when Obama was elected, and the world's not going to fall apart when Donald Trump's elected. But you have these people, and guys like Tariq and the social justice crowd fuel this hate, and it's never been worse in my lifetime. And Antifa, Tariq Nasheed, and this shooter, this recent shooter, are all a part of this dying ideology. They're getting defeated. I watched it in 2014 in Gamergate, and it's going to go on. And you know what? You know what else is going to happen? There's going to be more blood spilled. And I just hope, I just hope the right side wins. That's it.
You know, it's more of the same shit. You know, the shut the fuck up argument. If you don't agree with me, you're a fascist, racist, whatever. It's one of the big reasons why Trump got elected. People are fucking tired of it. That's
true. So what is the left doing? They're doubling down. So that's why I think, Nick, that it's they don't know what else to do. So we'll do it again, just even more.
So we're just going to even get more batshit crazy.
Well, yeah, the only way they win is if people actually give in or don't stand up to the violence. Because right now there is an uptick, at least in North America, in left-wing violence. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I remember arguing with Pure over a year ago that political violence is not very common in the United States. It's a lot more common in Europe. We didn't have things like the Red Army faction or Bader-Meinhof gang or the IRA. We didn't have these sort of socialist uprisings in the United States. We had we had stuff in San Francisco. I'm trying to the Symbionese, the one from I can't remember the people that kidnapped Patty Hearst. They were little, but they were also in the late '60s when things were late '60s, early '70s when things were kind of hot like they are now. But otherwise, overall, political violence is not super common, barring a handful of incidents. Even the shooting of Ronald Reagan wasn't political; it was just a kook. It was a nut.
Was that the Jodie Foster thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was over Jodie Foster. Because he wanted
to impress Jodie Foster, right?
Yeah. I don't know if Jodie Foster was impressed or not. Something tells me no.
So something tells me that she probably wouldn't be too happy with that.
No more phone numbers. No, you got to click on the description box below. I'll make a link if you want to make a call and comment on this or anything else. We're going to get into Fuckhead of the Week.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Fuckhead of the Week. A lot of you guys think I saw it because I took the day off the other day. You can jump in right here. I'll put it in this way. Fuckhead. There is a Fuckhead of the Week. Any guesses?
There's so many fuckheads.
Yeah, no, but right? Like, what would qualify as Fuckhead of the Week?
It's endless.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what was my favorite one of the week?
The Fuckhead of the Week.
Hey, I called. I was the one who had leukemia and all that.
Oh, that's not fun. How you doing, man?
Actually, I wanted to call in and thank you. I took your advice, and I'm sitting with my brand new girlfriend right now, and I just wanted to say thanks, brother.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, my God. Love Phones works.
Dude,
you know what, though? I'm not totally satisfied. I wanted to cure your leukemia. I just came up short.
Well, hey, you know what? It's gone. It's in remission. I go for
I also cured his fucking masturbation problem. I just want to make that very clear. So, Love Phones does work.
Love
Phones. Dude, I find out in August it's gone forever, and that'll be it. So it's all fucking good news, man. And I have to say thank you so fucking much.
What did I tell you? I totally forget.
You honestly told me that the way I came at you was really honest and sincere, and you told me to kind of go at it that way, a little less of the sickness stuff.
Yeah. That's the right way.
I did that.
And what I said was, don't overplay the fact that you had leukemia, even though it's pretty tough because that's all he's known for the last couple of years. Still, be a tough guy. Cromwell, donated $4.20. Thank you so much for the donations. We'll get to him at the end of the show. That's what I told him. So, I had leukemia, but I got these kind of plans, and I got these kind of plans, and this and that and the other thing. Work.
And I have to say, I found this really fucking amazing girl, and she has changed my life around, dude. And
put her on.
Put her on. The advice you gave me.
I can hear her giggling in the background.
Yeah, put her on right now. I want to talk to her.
She's right here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I want to talk to her.
No, just say something, babes.
Hi.
Are you giving him lots of good ass?
Thank you so much for giving him the advice. It worked so fucking well.
Did it really work well?
Amazing. I can't even thank you enough.
What is he? Is he hung like a horse or something? Is like All right, so that's it. And I forget the guy's name, but I'm going to follow him on Twitter. Congratulations. You, sir, are the fuckhead of the week. Yes. Fuckhead of the week. If you'd like to be a fuckhead of the week, send me stuff. Catch my attention.
That's going to be tough to top.
I usually, we had the first fuckhead of the week was Date Rape Song. That was funny. And then last week was, and I got to get the T-shirts out.
You had CJ with the
CJ.
Coke.
CJ. So he's getting a T-shirt because I already follow him. I had to fucking go buy those things. I couldn't do it this weekend. And then this week was, I don't know his name, but I'm just going to go through my Twitter feed and find him. That's basically what I'm going to do. Probably have to scroll down a fucking 1,000, all the way down to find the guy. But then, yeah, so if you want to make Fuckhead of the Week, send me videos, stuff, memes, whatever, and catch my attention. I will say this. I got one today that is in the running. I'm not going to say what it is. Wink, wink.
It's pretty easy to be in the running when you're the only one.
What do you mean there's only one? There's lots of people send me shit. What are you talking about?
You just said that never fucking.
Yeah, exactly. People send me shit all the time.
You just said one
shit.
you just said one is in the running.
One, it's for next week. One is in the running right now. So we're going to announce it on Thursday.
If you're the
one in running can be one in the running to win.
Exactly. That's exactly how I meant it.
One person pulled ahead.
Yeah, one person's pulled ahead. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. All right. We'll go to the phone calls. I'm done with this jackass. Twisty, you're on the air.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
Nothing much.
I don't know. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
You know, you're really getting really close to getting blown up. You know that, right?
Okay.
Do you have anything for me?
Have you ever heard
Alright, fucking A.
You ain't close to be blown up. Okay.
Oh, man. God damn. Super Tropes are gay man in the Middle East. If Tariq
he said his name right. He had to actually put an R in his name.
He did? He changed his name?
And a P. I had to change the B.
Yeah. What's up with you?
Fucking A. This motherfucking piece of garbage. Oh my lord. I don't understand it. I still don't understand it. How do these social justice warriors not see what the fuck is going on their wing?
Because it's a cult. It's not. I don't even think it's a political ideology at this point. I think it's a cult.
It is a cult.
It functions and breathes like a cult. What's her name? Lacey Green says leaving the SJWs is not unlike which is a borderline cult.
Doxing her left and right.
Well, doxing her left and right, and Lacey Green is compared to when she left Mormonism. And I don't know what part of Mormonism she was in, if she was an extreme strain of it or the Church of Latter-day Saints. But the behavior is similar. It's shut up and listen, do what you're told. How liberal is that?
I've been a part of that shit, you know? And I was just like, as soon as I got pulled out of it, I was like, how did I think that most of the shit that I was taught by these people had any merit whatsoever?
I'll tell you exactly
ridiculous.
How. Because you got into it with all the right intentions. You want what's best for the world. And the problem is, narcissists like Tariq Nasheed seep into movements like this because they see it as a means of power, of reshaping the world of the people around them as they see fit. That's what you went in with the right reasons, and you got sucked in, just like Lacey Green did. Just like it's a cult in every way.
But again, like, this guy is so blatantly on his Twitter, on any interviews, he's so misogynistic, like actual misogyny. He's racist, he's disgusting, he's homophobic, and I just don't fucking get it. Like, he's so anti-liberal.
Really? Why don't you get it? Why don't you get it? Feminists don't call out.
Feminists
don't call out radical Islam. Feminists don't call out radical Islam. Feminists didn't call out Bill Clinton when he was fucking taking advantage of a 21-year-old girl. If you are on their side, you get a pass. You will get a pass, and they'll actually go out and fight for you, especially if you're a politician. You get a pass, dude.
It's just hurt. It just hurts your head when you think about it. It's just how can you not see this?
They can see it. I'm telling you, they're doing it on purpose. I'll tell you
Well,
right, they're doing it deliberately.
I can tell you from experience, Tommy, that you can. Like when you get in there, you just don't see it. Like the things that are in your face, you just overlook it. I don't get how it happens, but it happens. It is so fucking disgustingly weird.
And you know how they keep it together too, because you're afraid to lose your friends. That's how they keep. That's how they sell Scientology. They're afraid to lose their families. That's how they keep it together. And then that's how they keep you in line. Thanks for the call, bro. Super tropes. No, he is. The guy's. I would say the guy's. I don't know if I want to go as far as say he's homophobic. I don't know. I didn't see anything that was blatantly homophobic, but. I mean,
I've seen people calling it, but I haven't found any. I couldn't find.
I haven't found.
There may be more
I haven't
out there
found
that I'm not
anything in
aware
that.
of.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Really would shock you. He's full of hate. Why wouldn't he be full of hate for homosexuals? Right. I mean, Jesus Christ! You wrote a song about fucking stinky pussy, and I'm supposed to take you seriously?
I believe it was a stinky ass. You need to wash.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
ass.
references to fucking pussy in this too. You know what I mean? It's a little weird.
I don't know. I think that song can't be taken seriously in any fucking way.
I don't know. I wonder how he feels about it. Is he distancing
Be interesting to
himself?
ask him. He has a show as well.
Well,
Call
the
into
funny
it
thing
and ask
was,
him.
it was written. From what I understand, it was written in 1999, and it sounds like it came out in 1989, and it's so behind. I mean, it's something that would have came out of, oh God, who was that rap act out of Florida? 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong dude on that one.
Yeah, it sounded like something like 2 Live Crew. No, fucking God knows what else. Interesting. You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. What's up?
So, I just think it's honestly really disturbing seeing all these SJWs. Like, there are almost no more liberal voices of reason out there, and I think that's a big problem lately.
I would agree with you. I can point you to the YouTube, you liberals. I think they're the most reasonable. They seem to
I
have
know
the most
a
classical
lot about,
liberals.
like, Sargon and Chris Reagan and Armored Skeptic and all those people, but, like, I know people in real life. They're liberals, but
You're like
they're
talking about the
ashamed
main
to say
public
they're
eye.
liberal. It's like nobody wants to call themselves a liberal anymore.
Why would you?
Right.
Why would
It's
you?
just
Why
like
would
it's
you? Because
embarrassing
it's
because of
yeah,
all
of course.
these people.
It would be like the equivalency would be like in the 80s. Like you want to call yourself a religious right kook. And it's like saying I'm part of the religious right. Oh, great.
But I think that's a problem. I think more people need to speak up and be like, hey, not all liberals are fucking batshit crazy like this.
I don't know, but here's the problem. A lot of them that are in par, I'm talking about mainstream liberals, are not speaking out against people like Tariq Nasheed. The only liberals that I am aware of that are speaking out against people like this are YouTube liberals. Ray Gun TJ, well, used to be Thunderfoot, but he's a kook now too. All these guys.
The mainstream has nothing to lose from calling them out, though, because so they have a lot to lose by calling out, which is why they won't.
They have nothing to gain because I'm sorry, left-wing ideology is rooted. It's really rooted in socialism.
Well,
and the Democratic Party in the United States,
minority that you're hearing. It's because
it's not a minority. I don't think it's a minority. I don't think it's a minority at all.
I think
and
it
you
is
can't even
because,
call these
like,
really.
Almost everybody I know in real life who is politically active, they're liberals and they're not social justice warriors. They're just
then how did
normal
what is that?
working people.
How does something like C-16 get passed in Canada? They're going to imprison you for
well, I mean, Canada's a little bit different.
It's in North
situation from
America. It's in North America.
Well,
it's
Canada
not that
is
different.
essentially a socialist republic.
No, it's not.
I mean,
yeah, whatever.
At this point.
Yeah, you're not concerned about that just being north of you?
Oh, no, I'm definitely concerned about it, but I just feel like
maybe it's a
the
dead
main point I'm trying to
ideology.
make is
Maybe it's a dead ideology. Maybe it is a dead ideology. Maybe it's a dead ideology that the only way it can survive is by force, intellectual force. And that would be the Tariq Nasheed types. Maybe it's dead. Maybe it didn't work. I mean, go to friggin' any city in the United States that's run by the left. It's a shithole. It's dangerous. Unless it's like in New Hampshire.
Well, I live right near Boston, so I kind of have to somewhat disagree with you on that one.
Boston? So. Well, what is it? Dorchester? Is that a nice neighborhood?
Dorchester isn't Boston. It's Dorchester.
Wait a minute. What's the neighborhood next to what's the black neighborhood next to Southie?
Jamaica Plain, maybe.
You sure?
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to live in that fucking expensive shithole. You don't keep your money and there's lots of crime. All right, I'll talk to you later. Fucking your mic is driving me crazy.
It's this white noise.
Yeah, getting back to you on him being homophobic or not. The anti-moist thing, it's a homophobic thing. And let's read this here. Moist, an adjective, a heterosexual or perceived heterosexual male who has an appearance or lifestyle that displays attributes generally associated with homosexual men.
Pussies, moist. Yeah, I get it. And like metrosexuals. I know what he means. Wow. But before anybody says, well, you say stuff like that, look, look, if you want to be moist, so to speak, I wouldn't call it, well, you want to, like, that's fine. I don't fucking look down at people for being gay or feminine or maybe not like me. I'm alpha as fuck. There's no doubt about it, you know, but I don't expect everybody to freaking be alpha, and I don't think you're a bad person if you don't. My thing is don't whine that nobody wants to lay you. That's my big problem. If you act soft and no women's interested in you, that's my issue. But if you know, I mean, there's gay people out there. There's men that are not super macho. It's just, I mean, you know, we're diverse. We're a diverse group of people, and human beings are complicated, and they come out in all different types of ways. And I don't believe that if everybody was the same, it would necessarily be a good world to live in.
Of course. Well, I don't know if he's having that issue. He is married.
What are you talking about? Who's married?
Tariq. He's married. I don't think he's got the problem of being laid.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But the way I took the moist thing is like you got to be more macho. You got to be like us. That's the way I took that.
Yeah, and if you don't, you're a fag.
Yeah, that's the way or you're a fag. That's the way I took it. I mean, I don't think what does Leech want? Leech, you're on here.
Thank you, Leech, by the way.
Hey, what's up, Tommy?
What's up?
I'm sorry, I'm eating while watching this.
No, you're not. You're putting the food down right now.
Yeah, I did. That's why I'm sitting here right now.
Okay.
So, you know, there are a few things. You're right, Tommy. I am also disgusted by people on the left not denouncing Tariq Nasheed, because the more and the more digging I did into his followers, you legitimately find profiles that say, right, they say hashtag BLM, hashtag Free Palestine, and then they say something in the caption of, I am a homophobe, so what?
Yeah.
There's more than one person in there, and what is even more shocking to me is the fact that, and this has nothing to do with my German guilt, but just the findings that I did, right, by talking to these people.
Yeah.
In his following, there's a huge chunk of people that are openly, not a huge chunk, but a chunk of people in there that are openly anti-Semitic.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, the far left has always had an uncomfortable relationship.
Yes, I know, yeah. I know. But what I'm trying to get across is you cannot possibly claim victim status if your identity is built up upon shaming people for their religion. That is bigoted behavior, and you can suck an ass.
Yeah, I mean, I just that's really what I wanted to do by showing people.
You should wash it.
Not only show that he's a hypocrite, but he's incapable of grasping that he is a hypocrite. And I don't think I think he's a lot like Sean King or any of these guys. They don't mind being like. I mean, the hypocrisy argument to a liberal is just a pointless argument to make. They're perfectly comfortable with the double standard, and Tariq. With the people that he's lined up with are perfectly comfortable with the double standard too. There's a standard for me, smart people, and there's a standard for everybody else, and that's what Tariq is, and you know, I mean, and it's just amazing, and I do think Bunty will get his Twitter account back. I do believe that.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's a mass flagging. This is not like an incident like there was with Milo.
We don't know do we have exact logs of what he said?
No.
That's the only thing.
No,
that's
the issue.
I don't think they do exist.
No, I
So-
looked all over
yeah.
him. I couldn't get anything, Nick.
Yeah, me neither. So that's the thing. 'Cause I mean, I did notice Bunty was very, very heated, and I don't know if he actually. I'm not saying he made a slur, but he could have said something nasty to him,
I don't
which
think
might
he
have
did.
just.
You know, I
don't think that
didn't
matters.
get any report like that whatsoever. I mean, obviously that's not scientific. I don't think that he said anything. From what I've been told, he just got the better of him. That's it, which is not hard.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, I dare. I mean, look. That's another thing. You know, you see the way he dresses and the way he carries himself. This is a smart guy. That's a successful guy. I dare Tariq Nasheed. Go back to the Board of Education, whatever school he went to. Release your IQ score. That's what I think you should do. Release your IQ score. I guarantee you it's subpar average at best.
Do you know one thing, Tommy?
What?
The average of all African people of African descent could be in 200, but Tariq and his following would drag it right down below 0.
All right. You racist. Get out of here. I mean, release your IQ score because I mean that's the thing I noticed with because he reminds me of Daniel Carver. This is a guy that Howard Stern used to put on, and he was he was a openly racist. He actually was less cowardly than this guy. This guy says he wouldn't. He says he's incapable of being racist. Daniel Carver said he was racist, and he talked very, very much like Tariq does about other people. You know, and let me make it clear again. Most black folks don't think this way. Most Americans, they're hardworking people. They want to put food on the table and do well and capture the American dream like everybody else. Tommy's IQ is 33.3. Oh, boy.
Airport.
Look at this fucking airport. Nick lives next to an airport.
Going live to Shea Stadium.
Do you live in, what city you live in?
Me?
Yeah.
London.
Oh, wait a minute.
I had to move to London for work.
How long?
I'm not happy about it, trust me.
When did you move to London recently?
No, I've been living here for like quite a few months now.
Oh, because you're unemployed over there.
Yeah, because I started off work here and then I've moved to another job since. So it's like.
And where are you from in Wales?
Yeah. From North Wales.
You're from North Wales.
Yeah, because the difference with accents is the South Wales accent is all
You're not
just fucking sing-songy shit.
Oh, really? Oh, like
So
buddy.
I just
my
sound like
buddy
I'm
Kirby.
fucking from English or something.
My buddy Kirby has one of those sing-songy. What are you doing?
Where is he from?
Cardiff.
Oh yeah.
Tommy.
I lived in Cardiff for years. Nice
Yeah.
place. So.
Cardiff. Yeah, I liked it too. Oh God, should I really put Confrat on?
Is there anybody else waiting?
Hardly. The butterfly. I don't know. What did it say? Rit the butterfly. Ree? How are you,
Hello.
Ree? Wait a minute. Is this the same?
Oh, I'm fine.
Hold on a second. Is this Blue Firefly? No, this is not Blue Firefly, is it?
No.
What's up? What you got for me?
Can I tell you my confessions as like a former Tumblr feminist?
Oh, you've come to the right place. We are all ears. Go right ahead.
So, like, I can see how you think it's like, it's a cult because it's like this whole thing of, you can see this like on the same thing as like Andy Worski. He interviewed like another one of like former Tumblr feminist. It's very, you're part of a hive mind. And so like you see these posts like along your thing and it's all like the same viewpoint. So it's like, if these people are backing Tariq Nasheed, almost nobody's going to like fact check like, oh, well, he's actually being like super misogynistic. Like no one's going to check it and they're just going to start fighting without actually asking any questions.
So, like, you're kind of saying when I say he's in the club, so he can pretty much get away with what he wants to get away with.
He doesn't even necessarily have to like be in the club. He just has to be accepted on the right side of the argument. So like if Tumblr just does not like Bunty, they're going to be on his side and just be like, oh, well, Black Power. Because they don't care.
How did you become a Tumblr feminist? Like, first of all, how old are you? Just roughly. You don't have to give your exact age.
I'm 17.
Oh, you're 17. So you basically got involved in this in high school, I guess.
Like middle school actually. Like I was 14,
Really?
like 13, 14.
You do well in
Yeah.
school? You're a smart kid? You did well in school?
Yeah, like 3.8 GPA raw.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, yeah, I could put you on this. And this
What
is
does that
another
mean?
thing. The people that get sucked into this.
She's smart.
Bunty is
Okay.
no race is taken from a certified redneck. Thank you so much for the donation. This is another thing I want to point out. Not everybody that drank the Kool-Aid, which was another left-wing movement down in Ghana.
Oh yeah.
It was not everybody that was actually had a low IQ or was stupid. You know, they wanted to do good for the world, and that's how you could suck into it. And if I had to guess, you know, you were 14 years old, and you're a little smarter than the kids around you. You wanted to separate yourself by showing that you're in and one of the ways you do this for some reason at school is you do it through current events. If you sit there and say, I understand current events, because most kids that age don't care about that sort of thing, and you sort of separate yourself and like, oh, look at Shirley over here. She's interested in the world. And then you kind of get that feedback from adults, and you're like, yes. And that's how they suck you into the left.
That's exactly how like one of my classmates is. Like he's in the top 10, but like he'll just make all these liberal arguments in class and like talk about current events and throw the whole thing off just so he looks smart.
Yeah,
but, like,
of course. That's how it starts, and that's understandable for a 17-year-old boy. But the problem is we're seeing it with people in their 40s.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the argument I've seen is like it's a lot of like the university professors like sculpting the minds of the youth. I think like I don't remember exactly where I saw this. Could have been like Roaming Millennial or something, but like it's something about like college professors and how they're the ones like the sociology courses and all these other underwater basket weaving for feminist courses of just all right, you push this, the white people are bad, listen to me, and then perpetuates this whole recurring thing of all these impressionable young people just feeding into the thing, and you see all these university students like at Evergreen.
They offered a Black Lives Matter course at my college.
Yeah, this is a movement that's a year and a half old, 3 years old.
I was walking up the steps and I saw the flyer for it, and I stood there for probably a good 45 seconds, trying to make me believe that it was real. Make myself believe it was real.
You know the thing is, especially these smart kids, if you go down this road and buy into this ideology and you're not becoming a professor or an activist yourself, you're going to be alone with your cats if you're a woman, and if you're a guy, you're going to be sitting around in your own fucking apartment never getting laid. That's really where it leads at the end of the day. You're going to have a great freaking degree and you're going to be unemployed, or you're going to have a dumb fucking job even though you got an off-scale IQ and you probably could have really done something with yourself. But due to your ideology and what's really shoved in there is anti-capitalism, you can't go out and function with the rest of Western society, and your life's gonna be miserable. It's gonna suck, and you ought to thank the Lord, if there is one when there isn't, that you figured that out before you went to college, kiddo.
That's the part that scares me. Like going to college, like I don't want to get in trouble with my university or wherever I go for not feeding into the same.
What major are you? I'm gonna help you. What's your major?
I want to go into med school, so I'll be pre-med.
You'll pretty much be insulated.
Oh,
because
wonderful.
You can't. Although I'll tell you something, if you see these wackos seeping in, these anti-science wackos seeping in to the medical field, it's up to you guys to stand up to them and chase them out.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
Politicized. Well, don't be shocked if you see one or two of them politicizing science. We've seen it with Bill Nye. It can happen in your university. And you would think, being a doctor, that's the one thing you wouldn't want to politicize because it's pretty binary. The fucking doctor saves you or he doesn't. But it wouldn't shock me at all. God, I read about this Soviet scientist, and I can't remember his name, and I read about the Soviet scientist, and that he believes something to the effect if the water was collected, it is not plants' natural way of doing things to have the water spread out all over the place so they can all grow, that the plants would collectively share if the water was placed in one particular spot, because it is the natural, Marxism is the natural way of nature, not just a political ideology. And of course all the fucking crops died. Instead of spreading the water out, they put it in one spot, the plants didn't drink, and they fucking died. Anybody who complained about this got a trip to the gulag. So I was trying to say tens of thousands of people starved. I really got to get to the bottom of this one, because I saw this Russian kid sent this to me a while back. And that's what you're dealing with. And that's what you guys got to stand up to this. You're anti-science. Get out of here, Bill Nye.
Yeah, no. Okay, so my boyfriend and I were both complete science dorks, and we were watching like all the Bill Nye episodes, like getting really excited. Yeah. And then my facial expression as we got to that point just dropped, because I was so upset with Bill Nye. Because like, I can appreciate, like, all right, you say you're whatever, you don't have a gender, fine. I'm not going to yell at you and be like, well, you're a she. Yeah. I'm not going to yell at you.
No, I'm not going to do that
But
either.
I need to know your actual biological sex to help you.
No, I'm going to laugh at you. I got every right to, except in Canada. I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to goof on you. You know,
Canada makes me pissed.
And I got to be perfectly honest with you, if unless if they were really if somebody was saying, hey, look, we're going out with a transgender person tonight, please don't call him a he. And like I would never call Blair White a he. You know, I have no reason to. If that's what she wants to be called, sure, I'll go along with it. My problem is going to jail if I don't.
Yeah, one of my best friends is trans actually, and like I understand the science behind it. Therefore, I appreciate I push for like anything to help these people with what is in reality a mental disorder.
Yeah, it's called what is it called? It's called
gender dysphoria.
Dysphoria.
I did like an entire project.
Well,
on it, and so, like,
you
I
watch.
support it, but,
that
like,
affliction will be considered racist because at one time they also said about gays that it was a homosexuality was a
disease,
a disease or something like that, or some kind of affliction. But you'll see that get wiped out.
Yeah. It's not really a harmful disease in this case, though, I guess.
All right, I'm glad you're not going to turn out to be a kook. Stay away from social justice clowns. Just go to school. That's your only thing to do, and just stay away from them. My other advice to you is what Milo said. If you get one of those teachers, just humor them, lay low, and then when you get out, you can tell everybody what an idiot she was. Or he was. No matter. That's just take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Get your medical degree and save people like me.
Thank you.
Save me.
I will.
Yeah,
Save me.
He's gonna be getting lung cancer pretty soon.
I'm too stupid to take care of myself. I need you to save me.
Do you need an orthopedic surgeon?
What does orthopedic surgeons do? I don't fucking know.
They're like the hip replacement and knee replacement.
Not yet. I haven't had any of those problems yet. I had diverticulitis at 32. You know what that is?
The heck is yeah.
Yeah, it's like something that fucking old people get. Me and Brock Lesnar have it.
Brock Lesnar got it, but Brock Lesnar is an animal.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar only a year younger.
A beast, more specific.
Yeah, but he's so stupid. When I started getting pain, I ran to the doctor like a bitch. Brock was a tough guy, right? And that shit fucking exploded. He had to get that all patched up. I got it patched up before he started having serious problems. And from what I understand, he had the colostomy bag, and I didn't.
How's Brock Lesnar doing right now, though?
Yeah, what? He's doing fine, but I never had a colostomy bag, and he did. That's what I was told.
That's bad. That's why you always go to the doctor if there's something wrong.
Well, yeah, go, because then you're going to get a colostomy bag. That's what they told me. They told me, they looked at me like, oh, you might have it for 6 months. No big deal. What do you mean? So I was like, do you want to do the operation now? Yes. Yes. Release your IQ, Tommy. It's 128 or something like that. Almost 130. That's what I
got to 140 at 14.
You got 140. You're going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
My wife's a 140, supposedly.
Aww,
and by the way,
buddies.
that's not smart chicks have always been attracted to me for some reason. I don't know why. Most of my girlfriends became like doctors and fucking shit from high school and stuff. So you would have been my type.
That's a good way to be.
But I would have drove your parents batshit crazy because I was smoking pot and fucking drinking and I don't know, jumping off of cars and shit and doing whatever the fuck I was, you know?
Funnily enough, you sound like one of my senior friendly bed buddies in high school.
Bed buddies? Is that what you call them now? Bed buddies?
I'm trying to not be...
You're 17. We can't have this conversation. We can't have this conversation. You should either lie and tell me you're 18, but we can't have this conversation. You should get out of here, kid. Goodbye.
Bye.
So long. Bye-bye. All right. That's done. I don't know. What should I do tomorrow? Love phones? I haven't been on in a while. That sucks. Ugh, political shows. Whatever. Fucking shit. Oh, man. So what's going on with you guys? Want to promote yourself, something?
Yeah, go for it, Nick.
Well, all I've got is a Twitter account. You can follow me on Nick_win. That's it. I don't have a YouTube, so fuck them.
Jeff?
You can check me out on my channel over at Huffman's Hangout. I might be streaming in a little bit. Put a link in the chat. There you go. And you can check me out on Twitter, which is down. It should be in the description below. If it's not, yeah, I don't see it.
All right.
I don't see it. My Twitter's at JeffHuffman87, so you can hit me up on there.
Well, your fucking Twitter's in the description box, or your YouTube, which is more important anyway. YouTube's in the description box. GSlam87.
YouTube's in there.
Yeah, YouTube's in there. Okay, go to YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A big shout out to, I can never say his name correctly, but he's also in the description box below. And this guy needs a follower too. Josh Pescator. Josh Pescator actually sat down and translated the lyrics to Wash Your Ass because it
did he
wasn't
re-
written
oh,
down.
yes.
So he actually he sat down and did that for me, and I promised him a shout out. And there you go, Josh. That's at Josh Pesticore, PJOSHP. I'm gonna just fucking put it in the chat right now. That's what I'm gonna do because he deserves that shit. Absolutely. That was really nice because I didn't have time to do it. This is all freaking last minute. Shout out to Bunty King. I think things are gonna work out for you. We didn't even talk about that. That's probably the best thing to happen to Bunty King, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you would think.
In a lot of ways, yeah. Josh Pescator. What, did the stream go down?
Did it?
No.
Yeah, Jesus.
I
don't know. You know what?
No, it's still up.
Yeah, good. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'll see you all tomorrow. Fuck it. I haven't been on in a while. Give me a break.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you bout to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated, the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a